Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham Daily News and Update Show, the Breakfast Club, for Wednesday, April 1st. April Fools, we're having a show today. Oh, yeah. How is everyone doing on this? I cannot believe it's April. I cannot believe it's April, but we are here. It is April, and we have stuff to talk about. We are less than 48 hours to go, and it has been a long one. And fair play to the boys yesterday, jumping on and doing a show, talking about the World Cup. I know they had some other things planned, but we're back. We're ready to go. You know, we don't like to go dark on this channel, but Wrexham are Wrexhaming, and we're back at West Brom in 48 hours. First time we went to the Hawthorns in 41 years. Oh, my God. Who's not pumped up about that? How is everyone doing? Want to get your say, want to get your thoughts on the injury crisis, what we can expect possibly going into. It's a Friday match, by the way, Friday, 7 a.m. in L.A., Los Angeles time. The game is on, which is weird, which is fine. Frees up my Saturday, but you know we'll be live to do something with all of you anyways. But yeah, we are less than 48 hours away from Wrexham getting back on the pitch, and there's some updates that are happening there too in regards to the injuries. Someone was like, "What, really? That guy?" You know, so we'll see. We'll see who's going to turn out. But Parkinson says, you know, we got 7 games left to go after tomorrow, the away match. It's 3-3 away. Where are we going to be? I think if we win on Friday and then we go against Southampton on Tuesday, that is based not for all the marvels. And because Parkinson did say in his interview, which was a good interview, by the way, he basically said, like, no one's counted out. So, but I think we go into this match against Southampton, and it's going to be absolutely like the biggest game of the season so far. And yes, it is the 7-game tournament. Every game is a cup title. Oh, sorry, it's a cup match, and we need to take it as such. So, just be prepared. Just be ready for all of the action that's going to happen coming away. We'll be live here on the Local Pundit. Anyways, people are flying in. MMXM says 413, too many injuries, but this season it's a bust. It's a bust season for promotion. It's not. That is. I'm sorry I read that. First of all, I'm in a positive mood today. I've been down and out for like 48 hours. Come back with that. Relax. It ain't over till it's over, my friend. Good morning. What's up, Crafty? How you doing? Punching above his weight. Hopefully we get some good news on injury front. I'll give you some there. PUSB KB. Whoa. Who's out then? I think he's commenting. He wants to see us go up. Dude, I can read a lot of dyslexic stuff, but that one to me, I'll have to read twice. Less than 48 hours ago, Ted Nelson's in the house. What's up? We need a big win on Friday to set up the Southampton game on Tuesday. Absolutely. And there you go. We're going up. That's what I want to hear. All right. So there is some information coming in. By the way, smash the like on the video. Subscribe to the Local Pundit if you haven't already. Become a member if you haven't already too, because we'll be here on the Local Pundit all summer long with Wrexham news and with the World Cup. So don't go anywhere because we're not going anywhere either. Okay, so let's get into something too. So let's get into the update on the injury list, which some of it to me was a little shocking, and I didn't expect this. But apparently, like, let's start with Kieffer Moore. The week off for Kieffer Moore, the 10 days off for Kieffer Moore has done good for him. Obviously, he did something. Kieffer Moore had a little bit of a tweak, but he's been doing okay. So it looks like Kieffer Moore will be back at some point. He said it's like a torn in his thing, a tear in his thing, whatever the hell it was. And it looks like he's going to be back. So the week off for him was good. I think, Parkinson did mention, he's like, listen, I didn't want, he said basically, he's like, we didn't want to stop playing, but we were in a momentum. Guys are ready to fit and go. But it looked like we did use the time off appropriately to get some of these guys back. And Kieffer Moore was one of those guys, and we're going to need Kieffer Moore. Kieffer Moore started out the season absolutely on fire. Defensive duty, scoring goals, and it looks like that he is making his way back. So that's the update on Kieffer Moore. I don't expect him to start on Friday, but I could possibly see him starting on Tuesday. So the run-in is going to be the run-in, and I think he's making good progress. Let's Cacace. I don't understand. Cacace apparently has to go for another scan. Now that doesn't mean he's out or not in. It just means he's got to go for another scan. So Cacace, no real update as other than he's going to get a scan. So it's unfortunate for Cacace and his season, how it's been going. And I know he's a good player. I know he's a good player. He just has had a year of just up and down. But I want him back. Thomason is deputized very well for him, but Libby back is great. But it doesn't look like it. So Libby's got to go for another scan. Okay, so there we go. You're welcome, Dave, for the news. That's why we're here on the local pundit. It's the WREXfast Club, baby. So Libby, we don't know. He's got to go for a scan. That's all that basically he said about it. Now, Matty James. We're going to go good, good, bad, bad. Matty James update is it's unfortunate. They said it was not worse than it was. It was not as good as they expected. So Matty James on April 1st, right now, no April Fools, right now, his injury was not as worse. It's not as good as they expected. So it was bad, but Matty James is not coming back as quick as they expected. So that's not a good sign for Matty James, unfortunately. And I mean, I want to see Matty James. I think Matty James is having a fantastic year. Matty James has had a fantastic year since he joined Wrexham last season. And it's unfortunate. So we don't know much about him. But Matty James, he's not coming back as quick as we possibly want. That's unfortunate. So that's the update on Matty James. Now I'll turn to Ben Sheaf. Now Ben Sheaf has been off from a knee injury. I think this is since the 16th. It's at the 6th against Ipswich Town. That's at the February 21st. That's Ipswich Town, the 16th of February. So he's been out for a while. Now, update on him is Parkinson said, and I quote, Ben has his brace taken off his knee, and we're pleased with his progress. He's been able to do straight line running in training, and touch wood, we'll be taking it step by step, with the next steps being twists and turns. Okay, that's positive because we thought that he was going to be out for the season. Ben Sheaf and Matty James out, both of them losing our, listen, we've done this the whole season. We lost our wingbacks at the same time, and we lost our fucking midfield at the same time. Sorry, Mom. I apologize. She knows you are. I apologize for that. But it's unfortunate. Getting Ben Sheaf back if we're in the playoffs, good to have Ben Sheaf back. Matty James, him for the playoffs, good. I don't know, but let's see how it goes down. But it's encouraging. It's encouraging signs for Ben Sheaf to possibly come back, which we didn't expect that. The chat is chatting. What's going on, Esteban? How you doing? And Donna says, although I'm happy we had guys representing their national team. I'm glad to see they didn't get much playing time. Yes, and I was going to discuss that as well too. It looked like Cabore had went out and played. Domheim did start yesterday for Scotland, which is good for them. And obviously Libby didn't go. Broadhead did go out. I don't think he got much time either. I don't know if he played yesterday, but that's good. I mean, at least they're getting call-ups too. Under 21, Ashfield, who's out on loan at Cheltenham Town, he did get some time. He did get a call-up. I don't know if he got any time, but it's good. We just need to get the guys back. So we did have 5 players on international duty. It was Nathan Broadhead, Danny Ward, Dom Heim, Scuba Steve, Bailey Cadamateri. He did score for them. They went out yesterday, Jamaica. They did not make the World Cup. And Issa Gabore, they went for international duty, but they will be back just in time for our game against the Hawthorns on Friday. So that's good news. Now on the injury front, going back to that real quick, it's been a brutal season for us for injuries. It's been a brutal one for our injury. I call it an injury crisis. Yeah, at times it's a crisis, but other teams got to deal with it too, and so do we. But I think we've been able to adapt very well. What's going on, Hip Karma? How are you? Good to see you. Habs is in the house as well. So I missed the chat. I've been gone for like 2 days. This is great. I've been gone for 2 days. It's happy to be back with everybody. Happy to be back. But listen, we got to deal with what we got to deal with, and I think it's go time no matter what, or time go. I don't. Hey, by the way, speaking of, who went and saw Project Hail Mary? So good. Go check it out. Time go. Yeah. Anyway, it's time go. We're playing in 48 hours against Hawthorns, who are a good side. Hadn't lost in four games, so we got to go. We got to go and get stuff done. And it doesn't matter who's on the pitch, not on the pitch. Sam Smith is doing well up front. I'd like to see Broadhead get back on the pitch too. I don't know if he, what his status is. I know he was touch and go a little bit, but he did go away with his national side. So I'm assuming he comes back and fit and ready to go. PMH. Yes, it is. Chris, Project Hail Mary is excellent. Time go. But yeah, Parkinson went on to say a couple things too. And is it Parkinson? I thought you got canceled. You were gone so long. Fuck me. Get canceled. Get out of here. Get out of here. Who? Cancel for what? Cancel for what? I actually was under the weather yesterday. I was a little under the weather yesterday. But, we're going into these 7 games and we basically, not that we don't have anything to lose, we have everything to gain. And I think Parkinson talked about it in his interview too. We have to enjoy it, but we got to get down to business. This is no effing around time. It is time go. Yeah, I'm going to do that. It's time go. And, we have a tough run in coming in. It's not, it's not going to be easy for us, but I think that's kind of plays into our favor because when Wrexham are put to the sword, and their backs are against the wall. Now, currently, right now, we're sitting outside of the playoff position. I think this is a good thing for us. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy, but I think this might be a good one. But as you know, Wrexham like to do things the hard way. So I'm glad that I think we're going to come through this pretty good. The schedule is scheduling. It's a very difficult one. The data experts have done research on the remaining fixtures and the team, and we determined they had determined the most difficult, the easiest run, and we are. I'm trying to say, where are we here? What does it say here? Wrexham have run for a rating of 64, while Southampton, their closest competition for 6th place, has a run into 14th, the most difficult. So I think I know every game's going to come down to. I know it's going to come down to all these games. It's going to come down to the wire. But I think I'm going to put my hat on. I'm going to put my awesome hat on, and I'm going to say that Southampton game on Tuesday is going to be a banger, and I think that's going to decide it. I really do. I really think that's going to decide it. It's unfortunate that game's not played under the lights. I'm so mad that's not on noon on Good Friday, but it's at 7 a.m. So 7 a.m. for me. But I think that game is going to be the decider. I just have a feeling that it's going to be the one, and I think we owe them one. In fact, I know we owe them one. Opening game of the season. We're here 6 to midnight, going and about to win the game, and boom, it goes down. But I think we have a lot of work to do, but I think that game is going to be the decider. Yeah, Scum Army. Yeah, baby. I can't wait to the game of the season on Tuesday for both teams. I'm telling you right now, we're coming for you. We owe you one. We owe you one, Scum Army. We do. We have the most away goals at 19. We can take West Brom. There is a reason they are at the bottom. Doesn't matter where they are. And yes, fist my bum. You know, if you know, you know. But no, I think it's gonna. I think Tuesday's game. Listen, Parkinson could look past the Hawthorns, game. He's the goddamn manager. I'm not. We're a fan channel, so I can do that. I think we're gonna beat the Hawthorns, and I think we're gonna go into Tuesday's match, and I think it's gonna be absolute 6 to midnight. I think it's gonna be a beautiful game, and that game is on a Tuesday, and I think it's at a reputable time for me. Just want to double check that. That game is at noon o'clock for me, so that's really good. I'm excited about that. Remember, clocks shifted back for England as well too, and we have to win on Friday, and then Tuesday will be a pivotal game. Donna, I just said it. I'm not the coach. I'm not the manager. I'm saying this as a friend. I'm saying this as a supporter. I think we're going to smash the Hawthorns, and then we're going to come back, and that's going to be the big one. But I agree with what you're saying, too. We can't just play down and come. We can't just play down and come in attacking. No, we can't. No, we do. But look, it's the quotes from Parkinson are pretty not nonchalant, but they're there. They're there and they're prepping and they're doing their things. Parkinson said we've utilized the break, but can tell everyone we're chomping at the bit to go again. And he did say this. He's like, I'm getting off his quote here. He said, we could have kept going. They could have kept going, but time away with your families and things like that, getting rest for some of the players that are injured. They wanted to keep going. That's what I like. And we're always going to do it the hard way. That's what Wrexham does. And I'm fine with that. Goes on to say, I can feel that today in the training, the lads are really at it. Early in the week, we had a break, but everyone was just looking forward to the end of the week. Going down to the Hawthorns, we're going to have a big away following down there. The tickets sold instantaneously. And obviously, we can't wait for that game. So to Donna's point, we're going to play that game. We're going to go at it with everything possible. And I think we're going to take care of them. They're not a bad side. They're a good side. Any team in this division is a good side. But now we're in cup mode. We're in cup final mode. Every game is a cup final. And I think we want to set up that game against the Saints at home, and we want to go and smash them. So that's what I think. Ryan Crafty agrees with him. Hab says the P was a little silent when he said fist bump. I was thinking, what? Oh, fist my bump. Yeah, fist my bump. If you haven't seen Project Hail Mary, do it. It's 2 hours and 43 minutes, and it'll change your fucking life. I'm telling you right now. It's a great one. But to Parkinson saying they're chomping at the bit, absolutely. I think we are absolutely. And I'm feeling very generous today. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm feeling very generous today because I've been off for a couple of days. I'm going to pop this in here if someone wants to come in and say hi. Got a little bit of time here. Why not? I'm going to say hi. Have your say. I can guarantee I know who's coming in first. But yeah, have your say. I'm really looking forward to getting back the boys back out on the pitch. And I think that Parkinson's saying they're chomping at the bit. They are. You know, going into this final stretch of 7, you know, it's what, 3 away, 3 home. Although it's 4 away, 3 home, because the Hawthorne one's on Friday. It's going to be a big match too. But saying that, you know, we have to take care of business, and I know we can do that. And I think there's an O'Brien quote here that I want to get to. I want to get to this O'Brien quote. O'Brien issues straightforward Wrexham. Reds midfielder O'Brien ahead of final push. There's a good quote here from him, from Lewis O'Brien. It's from a couple of days ago. Lewis O'Brien says, we can only focus on ourselves and keep winning. If we keep winning, no one can catch us. No one can catch us. If we keep getting the results, they can't catch us at the end of the day. But sometimes you've got to rely on if we lose, and we hope someone else loses. But that's just football at the end of the day. We can only concentrate on what we can do. True that noise. That said, I'd like a little bit of help, but we need to help ourselves. The Tuesday game, we need to help ourselves. And yes, I know I keep saying Tuesday. We got to get through to Friday. Donna said it as well. Thank you, Donna. But that game to me is going to be massive. Whether we lose on Tuesday or drop points at the Hawthorne. Sorry, on Friday or drop points at the Hawthorne. It is. We are right there, neck and neck. O'Brien goes on to say, take it game by game and get as many points as we can and see where we finish. We're all excited for what's coming down to the last 7 games. He said it's the business end of the season, and whatever's going to happen is going to happen, but we're going to make sure we try our best to get the right outcome. And obviously he joined from Nottingham Forest. Dude, if he fucking scored a couple more goals, we'd be in different shape, but he's got 4 goals and 4 assists. My mom, sorry about that. I think that he's going to come good. Lewis O'Brien's energy, and we're going to need him. So if Matty James is out and we don't have anyone come in, you know, back from injury, we're going to really rely on him. And I'm going to bring in Habs in the second year. What's up?
Yeah, Centre Ball's most wanted.
Give us your exact location.
It's a place in Southeast Asia.
Okay. I saw that coming in. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. You?
I'm doing all right. Thoughts process on the injury news, and we can get into the rest of the stuff if you have a moment.
I'm a little bit shocked about the Sheaf news. Hearing that he's running on the grass now, I'm just thinking, well, that's pretty quick.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a lot later. So we're going to get Matty James pretty soon. We're going to get Sheaf probably pretty soon as well.
Well, the Matty James one, I don't know. He said it's not going the way his exact wording was basically like, it's not as good as they thought it was. So he's not saying it's bad. And by the way, to that point, BJ Ford, what's up, dude? Sorry I'm late, but after hearing Parky's calm and confident interview, I'm feeling great about our run-in. What's up, dude? But, you know, I think it was a kind of a good news, bad news situation.
Yes and no. I mean, I was just hoping that we could at least get 3 players back, at bare minimum, at least 3 players. And the ones I was hoping for was Kieffer, James, and Libby. But The Libby situation is just we don't know. Everything's vague, and Parker's just being as vague as he usually is.
Yeah.
And then we got, and then the hearing of that.
Kieffer will be back. I don't think he'll start on Friday, but Kieffer will be back.
Yeah, I don't think he won't start. It will start there. Well, I think we might have him on. I think we'll use the ones who will be back. I think will be either at the Southampton game or the Birmingham match. So it'll come down to either
that. Who do you, out of the two of Matty and Sheaf, who do you think's strong? Who do you think?
Fitter, as of right now, who's in the fitter condition.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to say. I'd probably say Matty James, but again, we don't know the condition of what they're in and how quickly they're healing up and what the situation is.
Well, Donna, to the point, has he done more of the broken toe or ligament damage? Maybe. So they said, I'm assuming it was a broken toe. I don't know about the ligament damage.
I thought it was a fracture on his toe.
Fracture as well.
No, I was thinking it was maybe just a fracture. So it's hard to know.
Yeah.
But with Sheaf, that was something to do with his knee. I think it was some ligament injury in his knee.
The back of his knee.
Yeah, that one was just nasty. That was like what? So he had, because we know Libby and Matty James went down on that very match. Both of them went down on against Millwall. So that was the 7th of February. We're now in the 1st of April.
Millwall injured 3 of our players this season. Just saying.
Yeah, but that's because they're. I don't want to say.
They're Millwall, right?
Yeah, apparently no one likes them, but apparently no one likes us either.
I know, but at this point, Millwall starts shitting the bed, and they haven't shit the bed yet. I'm pissed about it. You know what I mean? Elvis is in the building, by the way, and Habs is in somewhere in the world. Yes, he is. I love that Sheep is on a good place to gel to get back. I'd love him to get back. I'd love him to get back. And Andrew says shut down Libby. Libby who? I mean, the Libby situation, like you said, very vague. It's very vague. The guy hasn't had any injuries since he got to Wrexham.
That's the weird part in all of it. For all this time he's played in especially in Serie A or Serie B, he's never had any injury whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
That's just strange. And then he just comes to Wrexham, and he's just constantly littered with these constant knocks or injuries that are just coming up.
Yeah, like innocuous. Just like, he felt the back of his leg. It's tight over here. It's tight over there. It's almost like, it almost, it doesn't. Are they being overly cautious? Is he being? I don't know if we're overly cautious with our players. I don't know if you, if I'm being way off. Please tell me. But we seem to just be picking up things where it's like, wait, hold on, a broken something or other, I get it. A feeling here or there, I get it. But I mean, I don't want to get on the medical staff because I'm not a doctor. I just play one on TV. But it just seems like some of these injuries, I'm like, huh, really? That's weird.
You sure you play one on TV? When I was in LA, I thought you was my physician.
I thought it was too. Cough to your left. Just turn to your left and cough. Yeah, there you go. You're good.
But anyways, no, it's just it kind of. I was reminded this in the Discord that someone mentioned on there. It's sort of like Moles' shin injury issue. How that was just kept going on and on, and I was like, why isn't money being played? Why isn't money being played? It's like, his shin's injured. He's got an injury.
That's like with hockey, and I'm not a hockey fan or a supporter, but like, he has a lower body injury. What the fuck's like? Okay, it's a big body. What does that even mean?
Could mean anything, but it could just be. So I think he's just been purposely vague, so he can just be prepared for maybe like 2 weeks ahead and see what the situation is.
Yeah, Scum Army saying it right there. Manager Parkinson keeping the cards close to the best on Tuesday. Parkinson is really good at. I mean, listen, the guy is very seasoned and saying things but not saying anything. You know what I mean? Like, and that's his job. That's his job.
You know, the biggest benefit from this international break has been is that most of the players haven't actually played. Well, most of them haven't really played that much football. Broadhead hasn't played at all. Kabore did for a bit, but it wasn't that much.
Yeah, did Broadhead get on?
No, he didn't come on. He didn't come on whatsoever.
He must. Even him with the injuries, and like they're so. It doesn't make any sense. Just I'm just trying to see. So he didn't play against. Was it Germany? No.
Northern Ireland.
Oh, Northern Ireland. Yeah. Yeah, he did not. He did not keep. So hold on. That game yesterday, Northern Ireland match, right?
Yeah.
He came on at 64 minutes. He came on at 64 minutes. Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I looked it up. I was like, wait, did he not come on? But he must have.
There you go.
So
there you go. There he is, right there.
Okay. Yeah.
Did he go on at 64, or yeah, he must have went on at 64. So he played 28 minutes. Yeah. So he did get a bit of a run. Not a big one, but he got a run. Scuba Steve played the most out of everybody. Yeah, Scuba Steve did play a lot.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, he scored, so.
Donna. Yes, I did. And no, I did not. Fuckers. I'm not even gonna read it. All right, so where's your head at? We're getting back into this. Where the fuck are we? Where are we right now?
I think we got West Brom. We've got to give them a good kick in the shin. So they deserve it for what they did.
Did we lose to them last night? What's the return on that? What's the return match?
I think it was a 3-2. It was. I think it was. They beat us 3-2.
No.
Was it? Was it not?
I'm going to look right now. I'm going to check. You go. I'll the fixtures.
I think it was 3-2 because we was coming back. They went ahead of us, and we slowly came back because this was really at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I'm going back in the scores right now. Okay, October. No, not October.
It's more like August or September. It was.
Yeah, that's crazy talk. Melbourne victory. No, that's not it. Where the hell is this game? I got it. Here you go. No, I don't go. Where is this game? When was August?
Around August or September. So it was really early in the season. It was.
Wow. Where is this match? I did this the wrong way. I should have went the other way.
You should have went. Did you put Wrexham versus West Brom?
November? No. Earlier. Hold on. Live television. Wow, that's terrible. Second game of the season.
16th of August. It was. Wrexham 2, West Brom 3. I got it on ESPN's website.
Second game of the season. Where is this? Oh, I'm in 25. Yeah. Why? It's not listed.
It should be, but it's but yeah, it's on there. I'm looking at ESPN's site.
I got it. There you go. Yeah, you're right. Here it is. Sorry about that. That was totally my bad. Look at it. O'Brien 42. Oh, Price scored in 20. Wow. Yeah. Look at that. There it is. Right there. They had 17 shots. They had 15. We had that was the game.
And we were using the 3-5-1-1 at the time.
Yeah. So this is the lineup. Oh God, here we go. There's the lineup.
Yep, the 3-5-1-1.
Danny Ward, Max Cleworth, Connor Cody. Look at the scores. James Brunt, James McLean, O'Brien, James, Dobson, Barney, Windass, and Moore. That was our lineup. This was the problem right here, but he had the best game of the season for him. He really, yeah. Broadhead came on. Why did Broadhead come? Somebody got injured? Oh, Windass went off injured.
Yeah. It was.
Longman at 70, Sam Smith at 80. He scored a goal.
I think he had some kind of ankle issue or some kind of ankle or foot issue, and then he came back for Norwich, I think.
Yeah, this kid right here, Price, had a double on us. 20, 81, and 70. I mean, yeah, we owe them one. We owe them one. Connor, Cody and Barnett screwed Ward. And I mean, yeah, not good. And Smith scored in the 95th minute to make it 3-2. Yeah, so we went down. They beat us pretty good. We owed them one, Coda. We owed them one. We owe them one. A double's hard. Double's hard to get over us, and it's at home.
That was at home. That was at home.
Yep. It says 19,000. Oh, that's
19,000.
Oh no, attendance 10,656. Got it. Was that the purple ankle incident? It might be.
Yeah, I think that was this was Josh's foot issue, and then he came back for Norwich, I think, and then we beat Norwich. Was it 3-2? Was it 3-1?
Yeah. Hey, Scum Army thinks that we owe the Saints and West Brom. We do. We owe them both. I
don't worry about that. We will get you boys. So that's one thing we will do. But we need to get West Brom. We need to get. I mean, the thing is though. I mean, they had Will Still at the beginning of the season, and it was just a complete poo show for the Saints as well. So literally, they were just dropping, and like, what is going on with them? And now all of a sudden, they're just coming back for this. And
we had the epitome of a rush of blood to the head for like 15 minutes, and we lost the game against Southampton. That's what.
Yeah, to be fair, but for us, it was like, when you're like, you get new stuff, you move into a new place, and you're like, oh, we're going to touch this, and then touch this, and touch this. That's what it felt like. You move into a new place, you're like, oh, I want to touch this, I want to touch this, I want to touch this. Oh, we've got this new stuff here. Oh, we're going to touch this. We had that kind of like wide-eyed look.
Yeah.
In the championship. So we were in, and we're just rather glazing over everything, thinking everything's going to be great, and we lose, and we're like, oh, it's just the first match of the season.
Yeah,
we're still happy.
The free kick was, sorry, my phone is going off today. The free kick that dude had was amazing too. So you got to get credit on that too. Dabo.
But we oh yeah, Dabo gave that as well. He gave that away. But
that was the classic Dabo foul, 10 feet behind that was it, 100%.
True, but he always gives it. But he's always just chasing after people and kicking them in the shin. So. But
are you feeling confident going into this? Are you feeling confident coming into this game against West Bromwich Albion?
I think we'll beat them. I think we can beat them. I just want the win either way. That's all I want for the last 7 games we've got left. I just want to win each one of them. I just want to win. Take each match for what they are, because every match is basically a cup final at this point. They're all cup finals, and you have to treat them as one. Each match is going to be a difficult one. I mean, the real banana peels.
I know exactly. I know what you're going to say. Go ahead.
Oxford.
And
what was it? I saw it on here. I can't even remember which one it was now.
Birmingham City.
No, the thing is though, I think they'll get up to the match. The Birmingham. I think we'll be. Yeah, because then it's not a banana peel. That's not a match that's a banana peel. I think I could see that becoming a draw because it'll be both sides are going to be up for it.
Yeah, but I just think it's not a banana peel, but it's a game that it's like, fuck, they're going to come up for it. You know what I mean? So I call that a banana peel in regard. They're a good side. They've spent a lot of money. I get that. There's something to them. There's something about them. But I call them a banana peel because it's like, they're probably on the beach by then. They know their manager's going to leave at the end of the season, but they might just get up for us. So that's why I call it a banana peel, because they're a good side. Good side, Good side.
But Stoke is another banana peel.
Stoke, yeah, Coda said it right there. Coda, yeah, there you go.
Stoke is, yeah. I mean, that they're much more of a banana peel that could end up becoming a bit of an issue. But I mean, look, you could just see the matches here. 3rd of April, West Brom, which is in 2 days. Then you've got Southampton on the 7th, just a few days after that, and then Birmingham on Sunday, and that's just 3 games just gone. Then there's only 4 games left to the end of the season. And what's that left with? Stoke, Oxford, Coventry, and Middlesbrough. Yeah. Like literally within we got the end of this week, a midweek match, and then a Sunday match, and then we're left with 4 games left.
Mm-hmm. So you got to take them in blocks.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, so you got to take them in blocks. You got to take this game on the Friday, right? Get through that with end it in the week. And then you got 3 and 3, basically. You got Tuesday, Sunday. I can't believe we're playing on a fucking Sunday. That game is that game's at fucking o'clock for me. Damn it. And then the last game of the season is at 12:30.
And that's just that's an interesting. I mean, no one's really going to care for that, but literally within a space of a week, we've got 3 games, and then on the 18th. So what, we've got 18th and 21st. So what? When's we got?
Stoke.
Well, we got Stoke. Let me just have a look. So we've got the 12th of April on Sunday. Yeah. We're just looking at the space between what the time frame we've got left. Okay. So it's just a week from. So literally a week from the Birmingham match.
Mm-hmm.
About a week. We got Stoke, and then we have Oxford, literally on Tuesday again, and then we got Coventry on the 25th. Wow, it is literally on the cusp of it. And by the time we get to May the 2nd, it is. It is literally. This is the month where we have to cement our blocks.
Well, I mean, there's no time left. This is it. This is it right now. We are a month away from the end of the season right now.
We are literally at the month of the end of it all comes down to where we can get to. It all depends on others as well. So,
and by the way, that's just to get into the playoffs.
That's just to get into the playoffs. And then you have another 3, 4 matches?
2 and then 1, 3 matches. Provided home and away, and then at the Wembley.
Yeah. So that would just it could be interesting.
I think the story will start to be told a little bit better after Tuesday. When is the Southampton Arsenal match?
Saturday.
It's Saturday. Okay, I might watch that game. If it's not at a stupid time, I might watch that game.
It's an FA Cup match, so it should be. Let's have a look at the Saints themselves. What have they got? So they got Arsenal. I'm looking at my time, which is
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Yeah,
so that's a good time. Yeah, maybe I'll do that game.
That depends on how hard they would want to go.
Yeah, I'd like to see what they're going to put out there. What's the scoreline against West Brom? 6-0. Yeah, 6-0.
It's going to be 15-0. That's what's the answer. 15-0.
I know. It's going to be Set Piece FC 5, Scum Army 2. Something like that. Coventry will have already wrapped up the league by then. They will be coming out. They will. Will they really be guns blazing? I don't know.
I mean, they only really need to win another 3 or 4 matches, and they're done. Yeah. Another 3 or 4 matches, and if they win what? How many? It'll be mathematically impossible for anyone to chase them at that point. They're on how many points right now?
80 points. They get 89. Yeah. I mean, they They should be done in a couple games, 3 games.
I would say about 3 or 4 games. Depending, no, it's not going to be possible for Middlesbrough to catch them. In 3 or 4 matches, they'll be if they win 3 or 4 matches within this time frame, they're done. The season's over.
Yeah, so we want them to keep winning.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't care if we do the guard of honor. I don't give a shit. I can do it. Just get them out of the way.
I mean, Coventry have got Derby. And this is going to be an interesting one.
That we need them to win that game.
Yes, and then they got Hull.
Hull on a Monday, Friday, Monday. Ooh, Friday, Monday.
And then they got Sheffield Wednesday.
Yep, Wednesday, yep.
Yep, and then they got Swansea.
No, Blackburn.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I got the wrong one. I'm looking at just looking backwards for some reason. They got. Okay, let's get this up. So they got Hull, then they got Wednesday, and they got Blackburn. Then Portsmouth. Yeah. That's the interesting part. The one that we would need them to take out is Hull, Derby, and Watford, really. Those are the ones that we really need to
Watford's the last game of the season. We'll know by then. You know what I mean? We'll know what the fuck.
For us, it'll be more so we're going to be fighting to the very end of the match. Very end for the last match of the season. We have to win every match from this point onward, really, to cement ourselves. Well, we don't have to win every match, but we need to win enough to make sure that we're in a safe position.
We need a little bit of help.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm hoping Oxford help us out a little bit with Southampton.
I doubt that'll be the case. I mean, Southampton just too strong for them, and to them, I don't think it'll be much of a banana peel.
And then Snake Pilskin said, if you are Coventry at Middlesbrough and going into Wrexham game with nothing to gain, would they want to spoil again? Would they want to play spoil against Wrexham for sure? For sure. Yeah, they would. Everyone.
I think there's 2 ways that they could look at it. I mean, they could just want to win it just to win it, and just to make sure they can get additional points, or they could ease off on it so they can have their players rest.
Here's the last game of the season. I've seen and you've seen, and everyone, like, you see score lines that are insane. Like, they make no sense. If it comes down, we want to have everything in our hands, if that's possible, for the last game of the season.
Pretty much.
You know?
It needs to align perfectly well. I mean, it's a battle between, let's see what it is. So it's between us, Scum Army, whoever Derby are into, and Watford. It's really those, and maybe Norwich, but I think they're a bit too far out.
Yeah, even Phil was like, I'm not going to rule anyone out. Which, he's the manager, you got to say that.
They're 9 points behind us, they are Norwich. So, I mean, anything could change within 3 matches if we just, poo ourselves, and then all of a sudden we could poo ourselves in 3 matches, and all of a sudden Norwich are on a massive run, tearing everything apart, and they could just be where we are. But
things can change. Scumar says Saints beat Oxford 2-0. Middlesbrough will still be playing for auto still. Ryan says if we win on Friday and Tuesday, we could be in 5th place, assuming Coventry beats Hull. Okay, it's fair. And then Codif also says most likely the only up 2 points over Millwall, Ipswich, and they both play still. Yeah, there's a lot that can happen, and I don't know how long Hackney's out for Middlesbrough, but I don't think it comes down to one at this point.
Yes, that's the thing that person said. We could be in 5th, but again, we've been saying this. Oh, we could be in 5th against Millwall. We could be in 5th against Hull. We could be in 5th against this and this team. But I don't know what it is. We just never showed up for those matches, and they tend to be like midweek matches or something, or a weekend match.
We shit the bed in two matches when we could have been 5th this season, and recently in this last 3 weeks. We did
twice.
I mean, and not in a good way. Like we changed all the diapers. It was not good. It was not good.
And it got worse because we ended up getting injured.
Sure, and players got injured at the same time. So, but I think we just have to look at this last 7 blocks of games with the injuries. How does Parkinson deal with them? We just have to look at them as it is. We said every game's a cup final, and just see ourselves to the finish line. Every game is going to be bigger than the next. Every single game, no matter what happens.
I mean, here's the thing: if Hull lose to Coventry, which I think Coventry are going to go all out to want to make sure they cement themselves in the first stop in first, because they've got to face.
They want to get it over with.
Yeah, they want to get it done over with. I mean, if they do them over on Monday, we have to really we seriously got to focus on beating Southampton. That way, we can go ahead. We can literally leapfrog Southampton and Hull by 2 places. But we really need to switch on for that match. And the same with West Brom. We need to switch on for West Brom, and we need to switch on for Southampton. And that way, we'll get ahead of everyone.
I cliched myself, Habs, this entire season. If there's any game that we have to win, that is the game. Because the reason why we have to take care of business ourselves. We just have to. We just have to.
I mean, we need to beat the next three matches. I know, because we got West Brom, then we got Southampton, and then we got Birmingham. If we can get 9 points out of that will put us in a safe position. That will. But we're talking about a team at the bottom that is going to be fighting for their lives to not get relegated. They're currently outside the relegation zone, only by what? Leicester on 39 points, West Brom on 43 points. The next team above Leicester is Portsmouth on 40 points. So West Brom are not out of it, but they're going to fight their way. They're only ahead of the relegation zone by 4 points. So they're going to try and make sure they scratch and claw for some points. The Southampton are going to be fighting for their lives to want to maintain their position in 6th. And Birmingham, well, it's us and Birmingham, because just for the heck of it, because we want to go out for a fight. They're going to be up for a fight, not literally in football terms. They're going to be up for a fight in football terms.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it if it goes well for us. And the chat's chatting about it. Hip Karma says like and subscribe. And Crafty's going to be here drinking beers at 7 a.m. And Snake Pilskin says, can Parky get this team believing and gunning for wins? I think he can. And can he get AO focused? I don't want to get into the AO conversation, because I'm not. Everyone fucking thinks I hate him already. I don't, obviously. I just think that he's got a few flaws and he's a growing player. But I think the answer is yes. Short, yes. Which is so weird, because we just had Danny Ward get called up to be at Wales International, and he's not our starting keeper. Understandably so, and why. I get it. I understand it so much.
But also, one thing this is why I was worried about taking on, because I think we will be up for it for West Brom. I think we will, because we understand our position from where we're in. We're currently in 7th. If we take these 3 points from West Brom, we'll be ahead of Southampton, and then they got a game in hand basically. But then, if Hull lose, we're effectively level on points with Hull at that point, because we've beaten West Brom, and then we have to face Southampton. If we can beat them, we can leapfrog both Hull and Southampton.
On that note, the chat is chatting about, can he get them up? Can we get the players up? Honestly, if they're not up for it, then we don't deserve to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's the thing.
What?
That's the thing. I mean, we have to get up for it, because these are the main matches I'm worried about is we've got we've got Hull. We're not Hull. We've got West Brom.
Brom.
They're gonna be up for it. Southampton, they're gonna be up for it. Birmingham, they're gonna be up for it just because it's colloquially known as the Hollywood Derby. It's colloquially known as the Hollywood Derby. But then we've got who we got after that?
Stoke.
Then we've got Stoke. They're a bit of a banana peel. They are because they're not fighting for anything. They're not fighting to really gain anything, and they're not fighting to lose anything at this point. They're just there. So I just don't know how they're going to be in terms of dealing with them.
At this point in the season, by the way, and I remember last year when it was like, oh, the owners are at the club, and that should be for them to motivate themselves. I'm like, that shouldn't be how it should go. They're not going to be able to be there for that every single game. Parkinson, at this point of the season, isn't going to be able to he's going to be the manager and get it. He's always going to be up for it. And so this magical fairy dust or magical dust that they can sprinkle on the players to get them motivated. Are you fucking kidding me? If you're not ready to go for these games and we have the opportunity to do so, I struggle to think how else could you get them to go? I think Parkinson does a fantastic job. I think the owners do a fantastic job. All the support system, the supporters, the travel. And now it's just about, okay, when you cross that yellow line, are you fucking ready to go? And this is serious business right now. This isn't, Hollywood FC of just, I hate using that term, we're happy to be here. We are in the fight, theoretically, for football right now to go and do something amazing. And it shouldn't be you or me or the magical fairy dust that Parkinson could do for us to get up for these matches. And Nikki D, I missed the update. I mean, we're 52 minutes into the show. Dude, you got to go back. I got you, brother. But go ahead.
It's something they have to do. I think Scum Army just said they just got three key players back as well. So we need to take them on as well at their full strength, more or less. So I think there's going to be a bit of a game of poker. It is as of right now to see what's going on, what we got, what we're going to hide, what we're going to reveal, and what can we get away with.
Maybe more starts on, whatever this weekend. Who the hell knows?
That's the thing. I mean,
hold on, wait a minute, Nikki D. The updates on the players. Here we go. I'm going to sorry, Haps. I apologize. We're up because we have Nikki D. Sheaf is looking positive. Matty James not looking that great. It's going to be further out. Libby goes back for a scan. Kieffer Moore might be come back sooner than we think. He probably should be back on the bench. Lewis O'Brien's really pumped up for the matches, and now we're talking about the running. There you go. There's your update, Nick. Jesus, go back and watch the 53 minutes. Sorry about that.
But I mean, if we can get through these first three matches, and we can win them. That's when we have to start looking forward and say, okay, who we got? We've really got to take every match seriously at this point. And I get it. They need to really pump themselves up to the point where they can. I mean, I'm sure they already got it in their heads. Yeah, they're going to do it. They got to perform, and it's going to be tough performance.
I agree with that. I don't know if you listened to Parkinson's interview. He was just like, they didn't want us. They didn't want it. They had the break. They didn't want the break. So it's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. So I think we're ready for it. So that's encouraging signs. It's encouraging signs.
It is encouraging signs. I can understand that, but we needed that break. We needed that. Yep. Everyone could see. I mean, even Sam after the interview against Sheffield United, it was like, yeah, we're going to need that break so we can get our players back, so we can rest up. I'm like, you guys have been burnt out for a while. Every one of them has just been completely burnt out. You could tell on the pitch.
Yeah. There are three players at least that I know. I'm like, dude, go in the sauna for like 2 days. Come back when you're ready. For sure.
We'll go on the beach in Ibiza or somewhere. I don't know.
Go on the beach, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's good though. 6 inches in front of your face. It did come at a good time for us right there. But two, I'm going to go back to what you just said about Scum Army. 3 players coming back. Like those guys. I mean, think about our players coming back. Yeah, they have 3 good players coming back. Are they going to be sharp, ready to go? You know what I mean? They got them. If they hit the ground running, yeah. But if we just take care of our business, we should be okay.
That's what we should. Well, we should, yeah. We just need to we just need to make sure we can win every match that we can from this point onwards. I mean, where do you think we can lose? That's the question. Or where do you think we can draw?
I mean, I'm not in the predictors game, man. I really am not. I because we have such tinted glasses, of what, I look at these games. I mean, and the reason why also too, for Wrexham, and I don't mean this in a negative light, and this is a fair criticism if I'm wrong, chat, you have everyone after a tone. From game to game, from half to half, we look like different teams. So I don't know what team's going to show up ever for an opening half or a second half. And throughout the season, that's why I'm away from the predictor game. And I'm not saying we're a bad side or a good side. I just don't know what team is going to show up at which half or which time. Is that an honest, fair assessment?
It's an understandable assessment. It's just we're just worried. That's all it is. Everything is now. We're back into club football mode now after internationals are over.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're gonna have to think. Okay, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? This is just. It's 7 games to go, and it's tight now.
Yeah. And I will be called out. You'll be called out. I do not care how we win the games. I don't care if they're ugly as hell. I just want to win them. And they might not be pretty. And I'll fucking hate watching it. But as long as there's 3 points and Wrexham are the better side at the end of the match, I'm happy. That doesn't mean, it has to be pretty. And I'll call for, what it is. Yeah. During the match. But I look at all 7 games. They're must win. We're capable of winning and winning. Absolutely. And John, predicting the championship is a fool's game. Hence why I'm winning. Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, he's not wrong. He is right about that.
He is.
I mean,
he's not right about a lot.
Right. But winning, I look at them as all like must wins, but we can't guarantee that we're going to win it. So,
yeah.
And by doing this, even if we were to, let's say we get into the playoff spots, that's just the beginning.
I'm just about to say that. Close the book. Start a new chapter. It's a whole new. That's just the beginning. We're fighting. I mean, that might be.
Then that we will be in the final chapter of that at that point, where the playoffs just become, where it becomes ridiculous, where everyone just either fights their absolute heart out, or they just try and fight to not lose.
Well, also, too, at the same time, you want a team that's in form. You want a team that has momentum. Right now, our momentum is struggling a bit. And let's see what happens in the next few games. John thinks we need to have 4 games minimum of the next 2 for him. 4 points next. Yeah, that's probably right. Crafty just went deep. 10 more wins guarantees promotion. Dream big. Well, 10 more wins. We only have 7 games left. Wow. Jesus Christ. And 4 points is agreed, John. Yeah, I mean, listen, we're getting into it. And we got some players possibly coming back. We'll see. But, yeah. I don't know if there's another show tonight. There might be another prediction show. I'm not sure if the boys are doing that, but I don't know if you're in that one. But thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. It's good to talk to you, Habs. And, obviously we'll be back on Friday. You're obviously more than welcome in the next couple of shows anyways. But last words to you, and then we'll get us out of here.
Let's go for it. Let's try and be unpredictable and go for it all.
I like that. Be unpredictable. Like I don't know, like I'm that guy. You're a bad man. You're a bad man. You're a bad man.
Thing is, I don't care. I don't really care how we win it. I don't care if it has to be as horrible as possible. If it has to be ugly, it has to be disgusting. If it has to be awful to watch, I don't care at this point. If we have to win by 1-0, just get the 1-0 and hopefully get 3 points out of it. Every point from this point onwards, and then get to that point where we're in the playoffs, and then we just go all out.
Yeah. I'm gonna. You're welcome, my friend Ryan. I'm gonna, and Bono is thinking playoffs, yes. And Esteban says, "Let's up and go." I'm gonna quote before. I'm gonna last quote here. One of my favorite movies. I'm not gonna tell you the movie here. We're so fucking money, and we don't even know it. Let's go into playoffs. And on that bombshell, we'll see y'all soon.